Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Ho, ho, ho. I think it's working. I think. This is what I believe. Hopefully it's working. Looks like it. Looks fine. Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to another stream. Except this one is, this one, personally, to me, is a little important. I do like the chat. You guys are like, oh, you guys are amazing, all that stuff. I just love you all. But, the thing, actually, let me just load this up on my phone since it's probably much more reliable. That's what I actually do on streams. I just load streams up from my phone and I hope they work and all that types of junk. So yeah, hopefully this is working. Seems like it's working. So there's something I've been wanting to talk about for kind of a while, and I didn't think I had to at this point, but let's talk about it. $1,600 subscribers. 1,600 people that like my content. Probably 200 people that haven't subscribed but actually like my content. I honestly never knew what it was like to be in a position of popularity. And when you're in that position, it gets, I'm not gonna lie, things can get a little messy. And things start to happen, I guess, that I actually didn't know would happen. I honestly didn't think I had to make this because I never knew what it was like to be in a position of more than having 1,500 people. It gets messy. How do I start this? Also, hello everyone. Like the title of the live stream says, let me do what I can do. And what do I mean by that is that, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I get the weird feeling that I'm asked or always maybe forced to do something that is out of my position or just out of my, or is kind of out of my power. And, yeah. Which is, it's pretty weird because I never really had the feeling that I need to do something at a time that I thought I could just, you know, stay away from it. And, I don't know how long this live stream's going, but, the things that I do on my channel, I guess when you're like one of those people who just do whatever they want, you're kind of asked to do them, and then it starts getting a little wild up, and it starts getting a little confusing of whether if you should still do it or if you should just drop it. There's a lot of people who've asked for you know, separate live streams. There's multiple people who've been wanting to chat with me in the DMs, which actually I also want to cover something about that as well. And other things. I'm going to give you a little interesting fact that kind of sounds really weird. Did you know there are actually 2 videos I've already pre-recorded? And there are 2 videos I've already pre-recorded before summer, and they're not finished. I only started on one of them, but the other one, I feel like I'm just gonna drop it and just like not continue with the other one that I recorded. Maybe I'll let you guys give a little guess on which one it is, but yeah, it's really weird trying to keep up with the content that I've been planning, which I think I should just stop the whole idea of just planning on what should I do, because, excuse me, when I plan for things, it's usually like I set a certain date to, I set a certain date to something, and I try to do it, but the weird thing is that they all come out with the exact same result. They never happen. I actually had a plan to just edit every single pre-recorded video that I've set before the summer. I only managed to do a few of them. Well, actually, yeah, just a few of them. I actually, you guys can't see it, but I'm gonna load up a folder that I have. It's called Summer 2018. I actually have so many pre-recorded videos that haven't been touched. I even have one pre-recorded video that is 85% finished. And there's a lot of videos I have that are pre-recorded and they're not touched. And I don't know when to touch them. I don't know when to release them. And because mostly it's not just the fact that other people have been other people have been asking for other things like Splatoon 1 live streams and other things. And I'm just also hello everyone. That's trying to say hello. But I think it's weird how I'm actually feeling hurt editing this stuff. If it feels really weird that I'm editing all this and then just out of nowhere I get the feeling that something is hurting me. And I don't know what it is. Sometimes it can be demand of fans. Other times, it could just be the fact that I've been editing my videos for a straight in a row for too long. And yeah, you don't have to force yourself to finish the videos. Just finish the ones you want to finish. Yeah, that's my problem. I only finish the ones I want to finish. The other ones that I feel like I should do, I didn't finish them. And, I guess getting back on the subject, let me do what I can do. Let's all face it, I may have a higher power than you guys, or a higher position. I'm relatively the same as all of you. I play video games. I literally have lemonade right here. And, I go to school. I try to do random tests about driving. And I have to do daily basis life stuff that you guys have to do. But, because I'm in a higher position than most of you guys, it gets really weird. Like, really, really weird. Like, now you have to add on a few things. And, it's kind of weird. I really not try to describe it, but it's kind of weird. Another thing I was going to bring up, I guess, is, because I kind of want to do what I can do, it's also kind of like I want to do whenever I can do it, which is why I never plan a schedule of anything. Some people have been, I think it was my sister, but some people have been telling me I should, like, make up a schedule of when I do this or when I do that. And, I always thought it was a good idea to never make one. And I think I'm right about it. I think I know why I didn't. Because, I have two reasons. One of them is an example. First one is that if you make a schedule, you have to follow with this no matter what. You have to make sure that never once, or at least only once or twice you miss out on it. Because if you make a schedule, like let's just say, oh, I'm going to live stream Splatoon 2 every Friday or so, and I just missed like 1 week or so, people will start questioning, where did the stream go? Why is it not here? And then I have to make up some random reason why I didn't do it. And even though maybe my reason could have been, oh, I was on vacation, or oh, I was actually editing a video, even though I should have only been doing that Monday through Thursday, which I actually don't do that, but that's why I never make a schedule, because if you make a schedule, you have to follow with it regardless. And when you do make a schedule, your fans are always going to expect something on that day, and it feels like it just must be done, or else your fans are going to get, there are either some fans are going to be like, oh, that's weird, it seems like there's no stream today, but oh well, maybe he might stream it next week, I don't know. And there are other fans over here that be like, where's the stream? They're gonna, but this is the truth. As much, I kind of do wish that everyone was relatively the same, but let's all face it, no one's the same. And even though that's a good thing that no one's the same, it's just weird, it's messy. My second reason why I never make a schedule is it's more, like I said, it's more of an example. My friend 8-Bit Nate, he said that he does Twitch live. Oh yeah, I think he also is one of the people that have told me about making a schedule. But he says that he made a schedule where he live streams on Twitch for about like 1 to 2 hours every Wednesday and Saturday. But I also asked him where was his content, and he said because he has a dumb PC that can barely do anything, so he wasn't able to live stream on Wednesday and Saturday a little bit over a year, or maybe almost a year after he made the schedule. And then he just went silent until he got his new PC, which now he can start making more new content. And then he decided, you know what? I'm not going to make a schedule. I'm going to upload content whenever I can. And I give him props for that, because that's what I feel like if you all want to make content, just never make a schedule for yourself, because when you make a schedule, like I said, you have to do it, and you have to make sure you never miss out on a single day of it, and it can get kind of messed up if you missed at least one day. And yeah, it's really weird. Let me do what I can do on Discord. One of the things I kind of want to just brush off as quickly as I can is, for those of, I don't know if you people are the ones that have been asking for something that has to do with Claudes, but, for those of you guys who've been asking, like, Claudes is like, you know, friend code, or Steam account, or I'm in the middle of something. It's pretty important. Just give me a few minutes. I ask for you guys to stop bothering me about that, cause when I'm being, okay, no, let's not start there. Ever since I've done that one video with me, Andrea-chan, and Claudes playing Splatoon 2, you know, they were both excited, because even though I wasn't that big of a YouTuber back then, they liked it, because they thought it was funny, and they were interested if they could get into more, maybe. But, and at the time, when I wasn't so big that back then, I wasn't really expecting anyone to ask me for stuff that has to deal with Claudes. Now that I'm in a higher position, and then I made that one video where I was actually talking to her, along with her friends like Ghost of Time and Nightmare Rarity VA, people, I don't know how many people have bombarded me with so many things that have to do with Claudes. And I am not gonna lie, whenever someone asks me about, you know, her Discord code to becoming her friend, or or her Nintendo Switch friend code, I'm not gonna lie, I get really angry. I get so triggered. I get so wild up and so mad that instead of, maybe talking about something that, maybe I could do in the future, I'm just being asked for just this one thing from Claude's, and I'm not gonna lie, it really makes me mad. And the worst part is I don't know how to say, okay, no, I'm not giving you it. Because it's like, first of all, that's rude, and maybe a little bit disrespectful. Second off, that's just not me. I don't just instantly brush off something and just pretend like nothing happened. That's not what you do. That's what Heavy did, and look where he's at. He doesn't exist anymore, at least on YouTube. But people have been asking me for Claude's information on Steam, Discord, and the Nintendo Switch, and I'm not gonna lie, I've actually been trying my hardest to defend her, to make sure they get her information the way she wants you guys to get her information, rather than just being cheated off of and just because I told them exactly what their stuff was. And another reason why I didn't want to do it is because I had the feeling that Claude isn't me. She doesn't just randomly accept random friend requests on literally anything. I do that because I kind of see that as position to becoming more powerful on both Steam and Discord, and I guess the Switch. Even though that kind of doesn't really matter how many friends you have on the Switch. Oh my gosh. I'm declining that. I'm sorry. I don't decline phone calls like that, but I'm doing it. By the looks of this, it seems like I also missed a lot of things from you guys, because I don't know. The phone just does that. But yeah, like what you just said, Sonic Dude, it is pretty hard to say no. It's really hard just to say no to people. But when people ask me for Claude's information, I try to keep it as minimum as possible. I try to make them do it the way she wants them to do it. Mostly because I felt like if I told them exactly her information, if she were to find out, that's probably my trustworthiness going down by a lot. And it would really suck if I lost that. It would really suck that I'm gonna look back at my videos where I played with Claude's, and then to remember, and then just to realize that, yeah, I lost my level of trustworthy with her. So, yeah, and that's gonna really suck. It's gonna really suck a lot if that actually happens. So, I try to keep it as minimum as possible. I try to keep it to where Claude's, first of all, I think from what I've seen from Claude's, she first wants to know you, then she'll potentially give you her information, all that stuff. And yeah, this one person who's been desperate, actually there are two people who've been desperate for Claude's information on, mostly Discord, I think. I'm not gonna say their names because then that would probably be me witch hunting them. That would probably end up witch hunting people, and that I don't want to happen. I don't want to result something that will cause you guys to attack a certain person because I mentioned them in a live stream about venting my problems. And one of them at least, managed to friend request Claude's on Discord, and the exact thing I expected. For him, he said he's been DMing me over and over that it is still pending and that he is still technically not friends with Claude's yet. I'm not gonna lie, I was nowhere near surprised. Because, first of all, he didn't give her information about him. Second off, it's a random friend request. Claude's doesn't just accept random friend requests, only I do. At least that's one of the things I do. And, it really stinks. And I guess I could tell you the way that I got to be her friend. I'll tell you one thing. I think I have known Claude's the first time I saw her as a YouTuber. Probably back in the mid-2016. And I've been meaning to one day make an animation where she would one day see it. And finally that happened exactly 2 years later. I was patient about it. I was so patient to becoming friends with her that I'm not gonna lie, there was actually a time where I thought it was never gonna happen. And thanks to you guys, you proved me wrong. It finally happened. And I guess I can see why some people don't want to be patient for it. It's because maybe there were some of you guys who wanted to be friends with Heavy or Omega before they were exposed to being figured out that they were jerks, even though Omega said that he has a change of heart. At least that's what I'm hoping he said. That is actually right. But, you know, it ended up to the point where they are both considered jerks, and that now it's too late to friend them. And yeah. Can't decide if she accepts a friend request. True, it is true. You're right about that, Tay. It is true. 100% true. Claude decides, not me. But if they wanted to be friends with Claude's, I try to make them do it her way. And it is really annoying how most of the people that I know try to reach to her through me, which Omega says he has a change of heart with the past. Wow, that's coming from my little brother. Nice job, pound on the back for you. But it took me a while to get to know Claude's. Which actually reminds me, one time, I don't want to mention whose name it was because it would be kind of weird for me to literally mention people and like make it sound negative towards them, but when I was sent a image of Claude's number for the Discord to be able to friend her, like I said, I wanted to be patient, so instead of just doing it right away, I was actually really close. I literally typed everything in, but instead I decided, you know what? Maybe I should just hold it off until I can actually confirm that I can do it. And she decided to friend me on Steam. So I asked her if it's okay I could friend her on Discord. No pressure. She said yeah. So I was able to. And that's how we became friends, I guess. Because I made content. She was in it. She liked it. Also because it kind of happened to me, Andrea Chan. But going back on the topic, I don't like it when people reach to her through me. Because from what I'm hearing about this whole people being used as tools, whatever, I started realizing if that's happening to me, wouldn't that mean I'm being used as a tool? I'm just a guy who wants to entertain you, not being used as a tool just to reach to someone else. That's not how you get friends. You don't use other people. You be patient for it, and you'll get there. I only got to play with Claude's once. I actually don't remember that, Jaden, but good for you. And that's how I managed to be able to talk with her. Just once for 4 hours, I think. It was worth it, though. It was worth it. What else do I want to talk about? Discord. Let me do what I can do on Discord. I am giving you guys absolute permission to friend me, and then I can just accept it because I can. But I don't like it when I'm being DM'd every 6 or so hours. I'm not gonna lie, I DM Claude's like every 1 to 10 days. Because I want to keep it at a pace where I'm patient for it. And she's patient for it as well. DMing me every 6 hours, I'm not gonna lie, is actually kind of annoying. Because everyone knows I'm just the same as you guys. I do things, like maybe you guys, I'm not gonna lie, if you guys do soccer, cool for you, because I do martial arts. And when I do martial arts, you know, it can fill up in your life. And, private DMs or group DMs? Mostly private DMs. There have been, I don't want to mention his name again, because that would just might end up witch hunting people, but, there's this one person who's been DMing me, at least it was during summer vacation. There's this one person who's been DMing me for like every 1 to 6 hours. All the time. And I'm not gonna lie. I first just DM'd him a few times like, oh, okay, it's just a dude. It's just a dude. And then we got back to the whole square one with using me to get to Claude's. And gosh, it is annoying. And then it got to a point where I started realizing, okay, this dude has been DMing me for way too long. And it even got to a point where he just randomly started up a phone call with each other when he didn't even ask at all. Or when he even did ask, he didn't let me answer and he just started it. I'm mostly just saying, let me, give me some time. If you want to DM me, give me like every 2 days or so. Unless you're people like Tay or Trey who are close to me, that's fine. If you're like personal friends that I know, kind of, you guys are fine. But for those of you new people out there, I prefer to make it where you DM me every 2 days or so. I don't want to be DM'd every so often where it's too frequent, because it not only gets on my nerve, but it gets me the feeling that I should not even talk to you guys anymore, or not to you guys, to the specific people that have been DMing me for way too much. And maybe it's also kind of the reason why I've been staying a little bit backwards away from my projects, YouTube projects in particular. Let me do what I can do. The Darred Part 2, or the Darred Origins Part 2 of the Gary's Mod animation. Holy gosh, there's a butt ton of you that have been asking it over and over and over and over. And I'm not gonna lie, I am so angry when people do that. Because Gary's Mod animations, at least for me, when I want to make a legitimate one, it takes about like a nearly 6 minute to a nearly 16-minute one. At least that's my highest record on my my part 3 of the 4 Jareds, almost 60 minutes long. That part 3 took a month and a half of nothing but working on it straight away. I had school, I had martial arts, they were just in my day, and I didn't give myself any free time to just play Splatoon 2. I legit sat on my butt on this chair with my mouse, working on that animation until it was done. And I kept griping about it, like thinking it was going to take, oh, don't worry, Jared, it's probably going to be like 6 or 8 minutes. It's okay. And then it kept pushing forward to the point where it's like, okay, this is way off of what I predicted. And, I am glad that you guys really do like it, but I'm not glad when you guys are demanding for the next part. Especially when you guys want to be in the next part. I'm not gonna lie, that really drives me nuts sometimes when I'm being asked over and over and over. Let me do what I can. and I'll put you guys in it if I think I can. I know you guys are talking in the chat, but it's kind of hard for me to talk with you guys when I'm trying to, you know, get some stuff with you guys. But, I guess what I should also bring or put in what I want to tell you guys is also, what was I gonna say, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted from you guys. What I was also gonna say was, what I do with my animations. Most people, or exactly everyone that I know, always has this thing where they just make an animation because some idea was brought up in their head and it was just like, ooh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make this, and maybe it's gonna look cool, or maybe I'm gonna make this, and it's gonna make people laugh. I actually do my animations in like the weirdest way possible. Every animation I have made, discluding the Q&A animation videos, discluding those, every one of my animations, except for the tests and the Q&A, are all in one single story. The first animation, my first official animation, which was Leonardo 1798's birthday, that was actually part of the story. And then I kept breaching off. The 4 Jareds is part of a story. The 300 subscriber special was part of a story. Every animation that I have made was part of a story. Jared's origins, that is also part of one single story that I am making. And, which is why it's really hard for me to take suggestions from you guys. Because then I have to figure out how to squeeze it in to, in my story. I actually have this big story that, I don't know how to change it. And if I change it, it's probably going to be really weird. Because the story that I've made, I feel like it's perfect enough. And that, I will admit, if I do finish the story, I actually am not completely for sure what to do afterwards. In terms of gears my animating. That maybe I could take suggestions, but they would have to be technically non-canon to anything. And, I just do my animations in a weird way where it gets messy. And if I were to add you guys in my animation, then I have to figure out how to squeeze it into my plot. Squeeze it into my story. And yeah, because my story is pretty weird. It's mostly just, maybe some people might say it's similar to another story. I don't know what it is, but it's similar in some way. But yeah. But here's how it works. Starts off. A video I actually am planning to, well, maybe how I got into Splatoon and all that stuff could be like a beginning to my animation. Leonardo 1798's birthday. I know there's some other ones I did. Let me go look them up, actually. Because I know I've made plenty of other ones. But that's just what I do with my videos. I always, make a plot to it. I always put a story to it so that it never felt like something was off. And then the Slenderman video. That is also part of the story as well. It's just a little thing, just a little add-on to the story for filler. What else? Pay for online. Shorts are also not considered the story as well. Shorts are just like, I'm just doing it because I can. And, the 300 subscriber special, The Stolen Switch. As I watched that, I rewatched that, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty cringy when I rewatched it, but it's still part of my story. It's still part of it. And then comes to my 4 Jareds. That also was all part of the story, as multiple times in the Jareds, it referred back to the 300 subscriber special, The Stolen Switch. And then, this is before the 4 Jareds. I decided to do this before the 4 Jareds. It is the Jared's Origins. And I guess I could tell you what I'm trying to do with part 2 that's been trying to keep me back for a long time. I have actually looked at multiple animations that I think I have seen. There is one thing that I have seen that every one of them, even some of mine, in fact, have been lacking. If there was ever an animation they made to build up for an action fight, or brawl, whatever you want to call it, I'm not gonna lie. maybe some of you guys want to say my animations are based off, or are a little too close to Dragon Ball Z, and I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they are, but I feel like that's a good thing, because it kind of makes it a little different, because if there is an animation that someone made that was about a fighting, it's either just a little testing, which there's nothing wrong with that. They just do what they want with a little testing, and maybe they might try to add on to something. But there are some other ones, excluding SFMs, because I feel like I've seen some SFM fight scenes that were actually kind of lit. But there was some Garry's Mod. The most of the Garry's Mod animations I've seen where they try to add in some fighting scene, they were not at the right pace I was hoping for. And I think that is why it's taking me so long to do this part 2. Because I know what I'm going to do with it. The pacing of the fight, I'm trying to make it as right as possible. And it's not going to be easy. Because it's basically going out of my way of what I naturally do with my animations. And make it something different. My part 3 of the 4 Jareds, people might say, oh, the fight was lit, I liked it. But my part 2 of the Jared Origins is supposed to be a faster pace than that. And that's what's kind of holding me back a lot from doing my animations and all that stuff. Just tuned in what's happening. Just rewind a little bit, or just watch this after it ends, and then you'll see. You and Claude feel something bad, confused, and be upset. It's okay, and I understand. Thank you. Something did brought over me. I'm not gonna lie. I want to mention this to you guys. This is kind of a little off topic, but you know what? I'm starting to think this is turning into a vent your problems live stream. But sometimes I can't emotionally feel anything. Sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Someone could, like, for example, someone could maybe have a family member who's dying, and they would tell me about it. If you actually do have a family member who is dying, I apologize, but I can't feel for it. I just can't. I'm not gonna lie, when I do put on this smile, sometimes my smile could be fake. The smile, you see, I can't help but break it. That's just a little lyric to a music that I actually listened to multiple times, because it does emotionally get there. But I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I smile, and most of the time, maybe it could be fake. Maybe I'm not around when I'm with other people in real life, but when I'm trying to do something, because I get the weird feeling that I'm forced to, it gets out of control for me. Let me do what I can do. Videos I just do in general. The reason why I do certain videos my way, like, I actually saw I actually looked up Doki Doki Literature Club on Steam. I was thinking about downloading it, but, that's not my type of game. I mean, I don't do games or don't edit videos just to do them for the sole base of getting views, unlike some other people that maybe you guys might know. I do these not only just to solely entertain you guys, but to also, do it for the heart and soul. I do whatever I do that feels good to me, for the heart and soul. If I do Doki Doki Literature Club, maybe it might be nice to edit it, but it won't be nice for me to play it. If I play, I've actually have done an announcement once before about maybe, hopefully, one day I'll get my hands on Outlast for the Switch. Maybe I might like it. Maybe I might like editing it. But there are, I think, a few of you guys who may not like watching it because it's a horror game and it's not meant for children. I can assure you that. That game is not meant for children. That's just, first of all, it's not meant for children. Like most of my audience, most of the audience I've been targeting towards to on my channel is literally any age. Just any age. I decided to make a video for children, and I decided to make a video for adults, and my Splatoon 2 videos are just for any age. And yeah. Just play the games you have for fun, what you have fun with. True. That is true. But my problem is that the only game I feel like that's kind of fun for me right now is Splatoon 2, and that's about it. Maybe people are thinking that I can just become an official Splatoon YouTuber or a Splat-tuber, but that's kind of not what I'm wanting to go for at all. Even though I'm starting to think that my content is getting way too pulled into Splatoon, that I might as well be part of the Splatoon community, which I actually kind of am. But at the same time, that's not what I kind of want to aim for. I kind of want to try something different. Which, I'm not going to lie, when Super Smash Bros. Ultimate comes out, then that might tell you guys, well, okay, I am a Splatoon YouTuber, maybe. But I want to do things that isn't just Splatoon. And, yeah. I guess the only thing I can say is that, let me do what I can do. I'm not gonna lie, me venting my problems with you guys, maybe people who do this, maybe they might cry, but, I honestly can't feel it. I really can't. I don't know how to cry, to be honest. And if I did cry, it'd more than likely just be me angry, to be honest. Or salty. That's disgusting. But, Bob Ross is on your side. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for all who, understands me. Thank you for all who's been on my side. And thank you for all who's been with me for the entire time I've been on YouTube. Just let me do what I can do. Now that I know what it's like being in a position of having so many people who love your content, I gotta be more aware of it. Because originally I was never aware of it, and originally I never thought it was a problem. And I only thought that the more people you have, the more better it gets. Which at first it was that, but now I'm seeing it. But thank you for all who have been supporting me. Thank you for all who literally were at the beginning of the live stream and actually decided to and you all decided to stick with my opinion. Not my opinion. Stick with my side. Stick with what I do. And put up with my problems. I really appreciate you all for that. That's why I love you guys. That's why, because it's really easy to vent my problems with you guys. Unlike, it's kind of, I'm not gonna lie, venting my problems with you guys and only reading your guys' text messages in the chat, it's really easy to do, other than venting my problems with my family, to be honest. Which I don't know why it is, but it is. I'm gonna have to be maybe a little bit more strict of what I do on my channel, maybe. I'm not sure. I might be on a short hiatus until the Splatfest starts, which is this Friday. I really appreciate you all for that. And yeah, let me do what I can do. And what I'll try to do for now is work on the animation, but at the pace where I like it. And I love you all for that. Just give me a hug. Alright, seriously, I love you all for this. This is mostly why I do YouTube. Because it's really easy to talk to you guys. For this. It's really easy to. And even if I could do content where I earn money for it, it's not the money. It's kind of not the money I care about. It's mostly you guys I care about. I care about that you love my content. I care about that you get to, you know, do things with me that I naturally never expected to do. And it's really easy to do things with you guys. Sometimes it's easy, but I freaking love you all. Anyways, I never really had my own outro word or word for you guys, but Inkling Gamers. But thank you. I love you. Anyways, guys, hope you understand my stuff that I usually have to go through and what I might be going through. If you did, mostly share the video because I want to be as sincere with this as possible, because if I say give it a like, share the video, then that'll just be automatic reflexing my words. But share the video mostly to spread the word for my fans who you know, who would want to know what I'm going through. Subscribe if you want to see content that I naturally do. And yeah, I'll see you. The outro word is block. Okay. But I'll see you guys whatever we do next. Take care, everyone. I love you all.